I didn't break in. It was the title was clickbait. I'm sorry. It's the damn YouTuber syndrome again. I'm making all the moves after I hit 1 million. I just couldn't think of anything else. We made sure to email the teachers and everyone in charge first to get me a visitor pass for the day in a very legal and respectful manner because I have a deep fear of authoritative figures, and if a teacher raises their voice at me, I will cry. So I guess the dominance part is a lie too, but I did do something slightly illegal near the end of the video, so we're gonna ignore that. I am incredibly dominant. What? I am incredibly cool and dominant? No. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I traveled back to Vietnam for a week. I used to attend high school there and I haven't been back since I graduated last year, so I was looking forward to seeing everything again. I didn't really have high expectations for coming back. The only big thing that changed was my hairstyle and the fact that I blew up a bit more on YouTube after I graduated. But as I was preparing myself to go there, I told myself in my head that if anyone mentioned my YouTube channel to me, I would shrivel up into a small ball, douse myself in gasoline, and cosplay as an asteroid shooting off the building. So, a little backstory. I wasn't very popular in school. I was just in the background chilling because I was extremely shy and I felt that every step I took was judged by the grand council of every single student that has ever breathed. Do you want to do a devious like put this where there's no wet floor? Oh yeah. Now they have to walk really slowly to get inside. Wait, just in case someone is a wheelchair user, let's move it here. We are not that devious. When I stepped into the school, I was met with a group of younger years walking past me, and that's when I heard the cursed phrase, Faline-san, in the distance. So naturally, I looked around for the nearest bottle of gasoline. Unfortunately, I was not able to Oh, I thought that was a recording. I was about to throw hands with my phone. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to burn myself before my friend brought me over to their common room, where I stepped in and saw the familiar faces of students that I went to class together with. And I'm pretty sure nobody remembered me. I looked at them and I was like, yeah, I know who they are. But they didn't glance twice in my direction, bro. That's great, that's cool. Great, my feelings aren't hurt at all. I'm good. I'll pretend it's from me being mysterious rather than the fact that I just kind of like clamped up like a hermit every time someone tried to talk to me. It is all my own doing. It's like my biology teacher.
Oh, Miss.
Yeah, she kept calling me
said
Celine.
2 kids on fire.
Celine. Yeah.
She said 2 kids on fire. Couldn't remember anyone's name.
Yeah.
Shouts at new students saying enzymes.
Graduating without having to do the harder like level study stuff means listening to your friends, aka old classmates, complain about doing the harder school things. I present to you The Great Agony of IB Students, a short film. The research he's doing for a tragedy, really. Afterwards, my friend asked me if I was interested in visiting some of my old teachers, and like a naive fool I am, I said yes. The first one that came to my mind was my form tutor. If you don't know, form tutors are basically the go-to teachers whenever you have a problem. They're basically the parental bear to the classroom of cubs. Every single weekday for the past 2 years I was at this school, she would do form activities with us for 20 minutes every morning. So if anyone was to remember me, surely, it was the one who saw me the most, right? The one who was like, come to me kids if you need anything. She did not remember me. She most definitely did not remember me. She did the thing where she looked at me with the smile, the smile that like for a few seconds while I was talking. And what do I talk? What do I even say? I think I was like, hi ma'am, it's a me. I'm visiting again. It's a me. Please say something. And then she was like, okay. She was like this. Pull your mask down? Pull your mask down? Oh, it's you! This darn mask can't recognize anyone. You were my form tutor during the pandemic. You have never seen my face without the mask. After that, it was just like polite waves and wishing each other well and goodbyes. But it was enough for me to not try to visit any other teacher ever again. Yeah, by 10 years. Yes,
Do you remember me?
Oh my god, your hair is so long now.
Do
you remember me? Yeah. Oh, your hair is so long.
That should have been how your form teacher should have reacted.
Exactly. My form teacher was just like, I know you. There was a teacher that recognized me though without me having to say anything. And it was my favorite teacher, my art teacher, which is very sweet. I think it might have been from the way I was crying, shitting and throwing up over the art deadlines and she was there with me through it all. But she recognized me the moment I started talking. She also let me take back some of the portfolio stuff I did for IGCSE. I couldn't take back all of them because my luggage wasn't big enough. But I was able to bring back like the final exam painting I did. This one was shipped off immediately to the examiners. So here, let me show you what gave me my character development. Shat myself crying till 4 AM for this. Oh no, it looks bad inverted. No! Yeah, the eyes, I kind of regret adding the eyes at the end, but here's the painting. I forced my cousin to pose for this. If I remember correctly, I wanted to depict like the exploitation of children in child beauty pageants. So all these empty adults painting her. I just didn't want to draw hands, but symbolism. No, there's like a little stain here. Who did this? Which examiners had Cheetos in their fingers when they were marking my thing? Now, I know some of you may be disappointed by how legally I went about all of this. I'm sorry, blame my 3rd grade teacher screaming at me in front of the class for my fear of adults. But I actually did something slightly against the rules. I should have gone back after break time since there was one more lesson that all the students had to do before the end of school. But I went with my friend instead to her class because the teacher allowed me to and he was very chill about it.
Nelson Mandela, big icon of South Africa.
It really felt just like the good old days, especially with how I was still not focusing and doodling in class. But hey, at least this time, I don't have to feel worried or bad about it. I'm not taking the test. Fun fact, the teacher asked us to tell him one fact about Nelson Mandela. There was only one girl who raised her hand, and her answer, he is dead. An amazing look into the future of our academic generation. After classes ended, I joined my friend for her club. It was a relaxation club that allowed kids to talk about their feelings and just meditate. Here's me hyping myself up in the bathroom because I was about to enter a room filled with 13-year-olds, and that is the most horrifying thing. During the meditation part, I noticed that every one of the kids had their heads down and eyes closed, listening to the soothing sound of the YouTube meditation tutorial. So I thought it would be funny, I thought it would be funny to suggest clapping really loudly next to one of the kids' ears.
Judgments of and stories we tell ourselves about the situation tense.
Unfortunately, I was stopped by my friend who did not think it was very funny. But you can't tell me it wouldn't have been just a bit funny, come on. At around 4 p.m, club ended and I headed off to the auditorium to wait for my friend's rehearsal to end. They were doing a musical play which was very fun to watch.
Rude. When my son was newly born, I died, but I'm not what I seem, or am I? Stick around
And so the day ended. It was a bittersweet experience to visit my school again and know that the impact I left behind was akin to a tiny little pebble getting blown in the wind. But it was an impact still. One time, I was singing Taylor Swift while walking and I accidentally butt dialed 911 and all they heard was me being like, "You
Oh, you were suddenly having a crisis.
yeah. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. I really thought I would have a Your Name Slay main character moment walking through the halls, but nah. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me money. Bye bye.